So I want to make this video about talking about being cool and fitting in, and kind of like what like this channel might be about. You know, I made it so I could do Call of Duty videos, and that was my original plan for this video. Was I was gonna take a just make a gameplay and then just do like a voiceover. And I kind of figured, why the fuck not? Like throw in a face cam because I feel like the topic I'm talking about, I think that if I just threw a gameplay in there and, just did a voiceover, that it wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be like relatable. And that's what I'm all about, being relatable. And my channel is just pretty much gonna be like kind of like a rant and just kind of saying whatever because I can't really say that's just normal people, and I kind of think like YouTube's different in some aspects. I mean, I guess these are pretty fucked up comments, but my cousin, he's like really young, he says like the crazy shit, so it's all the same to me, and it doesn't really matter. And right now I've been going for a minute and 30 seconds in 1 second. So I'll try to cut to the chase. This is just gonna be more of like just like a cool chill out video, and I'm just gonna talk about like my experiences and whatnot. And now, as far as like making videos is concerned, about like topics and stuff, like I can go on like all day. Like I have some pretty funny stories about smoking weed. Those are just pretty good ones. Or like just like my story, because I've been told by many people that I should write a book about it. And I really wouldn't want to because one, I'm too lazy, like just flat out. And two, I wouldn't really want to make like money off of it, money off people, because it's honestly like it's pretty sad, but then at the same time it's pretty cool because growing up, you're like, I was a statistic, like straight up, like maybe there are some of you out there who live like that, like you have like proms at your house, like your parents or something, and I want to relate to that, and that's the song coming out in the back. So, I probably should have shut the shades. Probably could have moved that fucking metal thing right there, but it's whatever. So, pretty much, like, being cool, right? Get back to the topic. Like I said, I rant a lot. So, me growing up, I was always like chunky. I'm not fat. Fuck it, right? I still am, but that was always like my thing. Like you'd grow up and you just like you'd watch TV or like see the movies and just all the popular kids. And because of like what my situation was going on like at my house with my mom, I really wanted to fit in, like really 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 bad. And I tried to, and it worked. I can pretty much say that I'm pretty much friends with everyone that I like meet, cause I'm very like I'm real about things, and I can relate to pretty much anyone. Like honestly, like I've lived in the shit of the shit. I've lived nice, so that's why. And I kind of want to make this video more for me to look back on. But then, like, I can imagine someone say, well, then why don't you just make your video private? And I kind of wanted to make this just so that, maybe there's someone out there who can, like, relate to me. Because, there's, like, 10 billion people in the world, 9, I don't know, something like that. But, I just try to fit in as much as possible. And so, what I found myself doing when I was a lot younger was I'd lie a lot, like a lot. And, it's one of those, like, things that either you're good at it or you're bad at it. And, I don't know. I guess I just got that gene, but I'm pretty good at it. I'm pretty good at persuading stuff, people and whatnot. But it's just I used to lie a lot, man, and just so that I could fit in, just so I can like try to have like a normal life. That was what my goal always was, and it still kind of is. I have high aspirations. I don't think like normal people think, or hell, maybe I do. Maybe I'm just some just normal person, just like everyone else, because everyone's special in their own kind of way. But in our reality, it's just kind of it is what it is. So I was just a lie a lot. I'd lie about everything. Like I swear. Like even like if you asked me like what time I went to sleep, I'd lie about that. I'd lie about waking up. If I was going to take a shit, I'd probably lie about it. It was just looking back on it, it's kind of funny thinking about it, but then at the same time, it's pretty sad because it's almost like it's one of those situations where it's like man, like that's terrible, but then you're like, well, I also feel for him. Um, that's kind of what I was going through, but it's kind of pathetic now, and just thinking about it now. That's why like I've only told 3 people in my entire life my story, and just like what was going on, and it's hard and like blatantly it's pretty scary because I you just after a certain point kind of got to take care of yourself, and when that's in like fourth grade, like when you go to school you kind of think about it like I just want to just be normal because I know that as soon as I get on that bus and I get off the bus, real world kicks in, and you kind of gotta try to find a balance, but at the same time it's almost like you're escaping, and I honestly like I kind of feel like I'm glad that I didn't like God forbid like I found like drugs when I was in like 6th or 7th grade, because that would have been bad, because I could definitely see myself abusing it, and just making it so that like just like a place to escape, and just get away from it all. And I definitely wouldn't agree with that, but I kind of feel like the shit would happen, and maybe I don't know, hell, maybe that's the way that my life was gonna go, and I never would I'd never do anything with my life. I just kind of just get high, just just kind of fuck around for like the rest of my life. But that's also kind of why the decision that I was gonna stop smoking weed like a couple months ago, because I feel like that before your brain's like matured, that you definitely lose some brain cells. I'm still pretty smart. I used to be really smart, but last year, 10th grade, the winter from November to like March, I was definitely smoking the most amount of weed I've ever smoked in my entire life, and I was pretty shot. Not gonna lie, like I was just I kind of just fucking did whatever, and I kind of just fucked off in school. And that's also another thing I wanted to make, was that, like, don't fuck off in school. And now it's hard for me to say that because I'm still in school. I'm only a junior. And there's probably a lot of shit that's going to happen that maybe I can control, maybe I can't control, who knows. But, there's still a lot of stuff to happen, but just, like, don't fuck off in school. Even if you think that, like, maybe it's just, like, a year and it won't matter. Like, it will matter, so you kind of gotta try to swing it around, if you've been fucking off. And that was another thing, too, that I want to talk about, because, like, it's not as prevalent where I live. Well, actually, it probably is. I never really noticed it, but I kind of, this is a touchy topic, but it's like doing drugs to be cool. And, I've heard about it a lot, and I've seen it a lot, and you get people who like aren't that type of people, and I don't like to stereotype at all in any way. even though if I do, it's just a joke. And I like to joke. It's mostly like serious stuff I'll joke about, and then not serious stuff I won't. I'll be dead serious. So, doing drugs to be cool, it's kind of like a gray area for a lot of people, because it's almost like if you're trying to fit in and you go to a party or do what you do, and you just get fucked up, and it's just like, and they're like, wow, I really like that kid, but then it's like, you gotta have to think again, like, do they really like you for you as a person, or do they like the fact that you got like fucked up? That's kind of what it comes down to, and in all honesty, it's not worth it, because I've almost I like to call it a revelation, but it really isn't. It's more about like just thinking about it. But I'm 16. Life expectancy is it's like 70 something, and like in all honesty, like I'm still like really young, and so all the people out there who are in like high school or middle school or college or whatever, and like you're worried about it. You really shouldn't, because like if you really thought about it, and I know it's hard because people get caught up in the moment a lot, and you just kind of have to take a step back and think about it. Like, you're really young, and none of it's really gonna matter. Like, I've faced the fact that in 2 years, most of the people who I consider my friends, I I won't know anything about them, and it's sad, but it's also the truth. And I feel like the more that you're real with yourself, easier shit is. So you know, so just don't do drugs to be cool. It's not worth it. You just kind of have to study. And I sound like a parent, and it's just because when you're growing up and you kind of think about it, like, like, fuck, dude, like, I hate my parents, or, like, stuff like that. Like, I never had that, because, well, when I was with my mom, that's another video on itself. That's a series right there of just different things. But, like, I was with my dad, like, he's a lot like me, and, so I never really had that, but, like, there's those moments where, like, you can't do something, and you're like, what the hell? Like, why can't I do that? And, you kind of have to, like, you have to take a step back, and you really have to think about it, like, like, is it, like, should you actually be doing that? And, if the question's no, and you still get pissed off at your parents, then you kind of have to, like, you have to do a little bit of reevaluating. You have to, like, set back the clock a little bit, and, kind of, just kind of go with the flow, I guess. And, so, I think that since I've been going for, like, 13 minutes already, I think I'm gonna cut the video short now. I don't really remember what I was really talking about, and I guess, you know what, no. I was gonna edit the video, because I'm kind of good at that, and whatnot, but honestly, I don't think I am, because I feel like that the videos that I should make, they should be raw. It's just me and whoever's watching it, and that's just how it should be. So I'm not gonna edit it, and if I fucked up, I fucked up, and whatever happens. So what I'll do is I'll drop some links to, like, yeah, you know what, fuck it. I'll just drop some links to, like, my Twitter and stuff, and, if you guys are, like, that curious, or maybe there's, like, some snooping people out there, like, I guess you could just go check them out, and you can kind of see, like, what, like, my life's about, and whatnot. I mean, Twitter's different, but Instagram's, it's pretty funny. Like, if you go through my Instagram, you'll see, like, just, like, the evolution of my life, and it's kind of interesting. But I'm definitely most active on like, Twitter and whatnot, and but what I want you to do is just like comment if anyone's gonna watch this, just like, about, like, being relatable and just trying to fit in, because I feel like that if you take one, I heard this saying once, if you take one branch and you try to break it, it's weak. But if you take 10 branches, you try to break it, it's a lot stronger. So maybe, if there is just like a group of older people out there who've kind of, like figured that out or something like that. Hell, maybe I'm just completely wrong. Like who knows? And maybe if there's just one person out there who watches this and they're like almost in that situation, and they read through like the comments and hell, maybe there's just like one other one, maybe there's half of one. Maybe it's just like you're fat or something. I have no idea. Like it doesn't really matter. But maybe like if they watch it and they see that, and just for like maybe even like a minute they think about it, then that's all the difference to me. That's all I would care about. And so 16 minutes, first video back in a while. And if you want, you can check out my other Call of Duty videos. I mean, I might throw up a gameplay or two, and a couple more like stories and stuff. Like I have plenty of experiences, completely legitimate. Because not gonna lie, I was a big liar. And I kind of feel like that the first video, because if I make more and someone would watch it and they think, like, oh, like that can't be real, like, like you're lying about it. I kind of feel like I should get like the cons out before I start talking. Like I should talk about like, like how terrible a person I am, really. So if you want to see that, I don't know, just ask me, or like a story or whatnot, or whatever it is. And there's like a noise outside, but who cares? So yeah, this is pretty much been the video. And George, you're out there. I'm George. Yeah, right. This is crazy. It's so weird how much I've changed, right? Right? Like I'm hoping. So thank you for watching the video, and I will see you next time.